Unrivaled highlights Rose versus Phantom, Lunar Owls versus Laces. Medially, Fle. Only one Unrivaled club remains undefeated, while one of the league's biggest names delivered a star performance to kick off the third week of action. Nafisa Collier had 26 points despite 5 fouls, and Skylar Diggins-Smith scored the game-winning free throw to help the Lunar Owls improve to 5-0 with a 75-73 win over the Laces in a battle of unbeaten teams on Friday night. The star of the night, however, was Sabrina Ionescu, who had 38 points, 9 rebounds, and 8 assists to lead the Phantom to a 75-63 win over the Rose. The WNBA champion for the New York Liberty played her first game without a splint on her right thumb, which she injured in Game 4 of the WNBA Finals in October. She was 7 of 10 from three-point range in the contest after missing last weekend's games to attend the NBA Paris Games. "Yeah, I felt really good. I'm really happy to try and get back into it. Obviously, get live reps while playing is always fun. Anytime you're able to get up and down, play against a great team, and get back with my teammates is really exciting," Ionescu said after the game. "This was my first game without my finger splint. So, for me, that's a huge step, regardless of what the outcome of the game was. Just individually, that's a big step, and in my rehab process, I obviously was excited to be able to shoot without it as well, kind of get back into shooting how I normally do." Sekou Sabally scored the game-winning three-pointer, finishing with 13 points, to help the Phantom improve to 2-3. Earlier Friday, ESPN reported Sabally was traded to the WNBA's Phoenix Mercury, despite a reported push by the Liberty to acquire Ionescu's college teammate from Oregon. "I'm super excited for her and excited to see her journey," Ionescu said of Sabally's pending trade to Phoenix from the Dallas Wings. While Ionescu had the performance of the night, Collier and the Lunar Owls had the comeback of the night. Collier, Unrivaled's leading scorer and rebounder, picked up her 5th foul in the second game with 4:48 left in the third quarter. But the Lunar Owls closed the third quarter on a 15-8 run, despite trailing by 12 points, and took the lead when Collier scored a layup to make it 73-71 in the fourth quarter. Diggins-Smith was fouled on a drive to the basket and made a free throw worth 2 points to seal the game. Unrivaled rules have players shooting only one free throw, but the basket counts as 2 or 3 points depending on the foul. It was the third game-sealing basket for Diggins-Smith in 5 league games, with teammate Courtney Williams giving her the nickname Sky, the finisher. "Sky just changes the whole game with her defense. I think we feed off that," Williams said. "When she gets in the game, and she got that look in her eye, we know what type of time she's on. She's just making it so much easier for everybody." Kayla McBride scored 26 points, while Tiffany Hayes had 17 points for the Laces, 4-1, in their first loss of the season. The Laces missed Alyssa Thomas, resting a right knee injury, but Jackie Young scored 9 of her 12 points in the fourth quarter during her first Unrivaled game, returning from a knee injury. Azure Stevens had 19 points, Chelsea Gray scored 16 points with 6 assists, and Angel Reese had 13 points with 7 rebounds for the Rose. 1-4 in Unrivaled after the loss to the Phantom. Brianna Stewart and the Mist, 0-4, look for their first win against Ryan Howard. Arike Ogunbowale and the Vinyl, 2-2. In the first game Saturday at 6 p.m. ET. The Laces and Rose will play in the second of 2 games Saturday at 7:30 p.m. ET. The Phantom will play the Mist in the first game Monday, while the Vinyl meet the Lunar Owls in the second game to end Unrivaled's third weekend. Skylar Diggins-Smith scored the game-winning free throw, and Nafisa Collier finished with 26 points despite foul trouble to help the Lunar Owls remain unbeaten and Unrivaled with a 75-73 win over the Laces on Friday night. The Lunar Owls overcame a 12-point deficit in the battle of Unrivaled's unbeaten teams and leave the court with a 5-0 record as Diggins-Smith signaled with her hands after securing the win. Collier, Unrivaled's leading scorer and rebounder, finished with 26 points and 7 rebounds, but she picked up her 5th foul with 4:48 left in the third quarter. The Lunar Owls closed the third quarter on a 15-8 run. Collier put the Lunar Owls ahead 73-71 with a drive to the basket, while the Laces were fueled by Jackie Young scoring 9 of her 12 points in the final period. Kayla McBride scored 26 points, while Tiffany Hayes had 17 points for the Laces, 4-1. Unrivaled score Laces 64, Lunar Owls 62 after third quarter. Target winning score 75 points. Kayla McBride leads all scorers with 26 points as the Laces are clinging to a 64-62 lead heading into the fourth quarter. The target winning score for both teams is 75 points. Nafessa Collier picked up her fifth foul of the game, an offensive foul, with 4:48 left in the third quarter. But the Lunar Owls went on a 15-8 run to close the third quarter. Unrivaled halftime score: Laces 49, Lunar Owls 41 after second quarter. Kayla McBride was falling over, but her three-pointer at the halftime buzzer gave the Laces a 49-41 lead over the Lunar Owls after the second quarter. McBride has 21 points, and Tiffany Hayes has 15 points for the Laces in the battle of unbeaten, 4-0 clubs. Nafessa Collier leads the Lunar Owls with 18 points, but has 4 fouls. Alicia Gray has 11 points, and Skylar Diggins-Smith has 6 points, but both players have 3 fouls in the first half. Unrivaled score: Laces 20, Lunar Owls 17 after first quarter. Tiffany Hayes scored 9 points, and Kayla McBride added 5 points to help the Laces take a 20-17 lead over the Lunar Owls in the first quarter. Nafessa Collier has 8 points, while Alicia Gray has 5 points for the Lunar Owls. Unrivaled final score: Phantom 75, Rose 63. Medially, flat. Sabrina Ionescu scored 32 points. Sedu Sabali scored the game-winning three-pointer, and the Phantoms secured their second win of the season with a 75-63 win over the Rose in the first of 2 games on Friday night. Ionescu was 7 of 10 from the three-point line, adding 9 rebounds and 7 assists to help the Phantom improve to 2-3 with the victory. It was Ionescu's first game back after missing a Heat Phantoms 2 games last week to attend the NBA Paris Games. "I was trying to get open and get great looks," Ionescu said after the game. Sabally finished with 13 points and 6 rebounds on a night she was traded to the WNBA's Phoenix Mercury, according to ESPN. Brittany Griner also added 14 points and 4 rebounds in the Phantom win. Azura Stevens had 19 points, Chelsea Gray scored 16 points with 6 assists, and Angel Reese had 13 points with 7 rebounds in the loss for the Rose. Now 1-4 in Unrivaled. Unrivaled score: Phantom 62, Rose 54 after third quarter. Target winning score: 73. Sabrina Ionescu is up to 24 points, including a 3-point floater at the end of the third quarter to help the Phantom take a 62-54 lead over the Rose. The target winning score is 73 points. Azura Stevens has 16 points, and Chelsea Gray has 14 points and 6 assists for the Rose. Unrivaled halftime score: Phantom 42, Rose 36 after second quarter. Sabrina Ionescu connected on 3 three-pointers, scoring all 13 of her points in the second quarter, and the Phantom have a 42-36 lead over the Rose at halftime. Sedu Sabali has 10 points, while Brittany Griner has 8 points and 4 rebounds, and Ionescu has 4 assists. Azura Stevens leads the Rose with 15 points, Chelsea Gray has 12 points and 5 assists, and Angel Reese has 8 points after the first half. Unrivaled score: Rose 19, Phantom 18 after first quarter. Chelsea Gray has 7 points and Azura Stevens has 6 points for the Rose, up 19-18, over the Phantom after the first quarter. Brittany Griner has 6 points, while Sedu Sabali and Natasha Cloud each have 5 points for the Phantom. Sabrina Ionescu leads all players with 4 assists. How to watch Unrivaled on Friday night. Unrivaled is available on cable television on TNT in the United States and TSN Plus in Canada. It is also available to live stream on Max, YouTube, and Sling TV.